All right, welcome back to The Explainer. Today we are diving deep into something huge, GPT-5, OpenAI's brand new model. But, instead of me just listing off features, we're going to start with a really cool question. And that question is this: how would an AI go about explaining an even smarter AI? It's a bit meta, right? So to find out, we actually had an AI plan this whole explainer for us. Let's take a peek at its internal monologue as it figured out how to tackle this. Okay, so first things first. You can see it's building a mental model. It's analyzing the request, framing the problem. It's basically trying to figure out, okay, what's the best way to explain my more advanced sibling to you guys?
And then it moves on to outlining the structure. It's not just making a boring list of facts. No, it's choosing the key features, figuring out the right perspective. It's building a story, a real narrative.
So there you have it. The AI's game plan is laid out: analyze, structure, draft, and then refine. A super clear process for a really complex topic. All right, the plan is set. Let's dive in and see what it came up with.
Okay, first up, the big announcement. The key thing to know here is that this is not just another update. It's being talked about as a whole new definition for what an intelligent AI can even be. So it officially dropped on August 7th, 2025. And look, the main takeaway here isn't just that it's an upgrade, it's a fundamental leap. It's designed to bring together super high-level reasoning and language, all in one seamless package. So what does a major leap forward actually mean in practice? Let's pop the hood and see what's new. All right, so there are basically 5 huge improvements here. First, you've got way smarter reasoning and a lot fewer of those weird errors, the hallucinations. But the 2 things that are real game changers: a new unified model and something they're calling agentic capabilities. We'll get to that in a sec. And for all you developers out there, this all comes with a massive performance boost. Let's break down the most important bits. This right here shows the change perfectly. The old way, you were constantly switching between different models. One for your code, another for reasoning, another for images. It was clunky. But the GPT-5 way, it gets rid of all that. It's just one single unified model that handles everything. And that makes it so much more powerful and just easier to use. And that single model is what makes this next part possible. It's maybe the most exciting new feature: agentic capabilities. So what does that mean? It means the AI can take a really complex goal you give it, break that goal down into smaller steps, and then just do them, all on its own. Imagine telling it, hey, plan me a 5-day trip to Tokyo, and it just does it. It books the flights, finds the hotels, plans the itinerary. That is the kind of leap in power we are talking about here. Okay, for all the developers listening, this number is going to blow your mind. 256,000 tokens. That's the context window. Think of it like the AI's short-term memory. To put that in perspective, you could basically hand it the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy and say, analyze this, in one go. This just unlocks a scale of problem-solving that was literally impossible before. Now, OpenAI gets that not everyone needs a monster truck to go to the grocery store, right? Not everyone needs maximum power 24/7. So they didn't just drop one model. They've released a whole family of them, each one tailored for a different kind of job. And here's how that breaks down. You've got the main GPT-5. That's for when you need absolute maximum power and complex reasoning. Then there's GPT-5 Mini, which is perfect for more balanced, cost-effective uses. You've got the super fast GPT-5 Nano for things that need to happen instantly, like on your phone. And finally, GPT-5 Chat is built specifically for advanced enterprise-level conversations. It's a really smart strategy. It's all about giving people the right tool for the right job. Okay, so a model this powerful, it obviously brings up some big questions about safety. And from everything we're seeing, OpenAI wants to make it clear that safety wasn't some add-on at the end. They're saying it was a core part of the design right from the very beginning. A huge part of their safety plan is this process called red teaming. Think of it like this. Before they even thought about releasing it, they invited a bunch of outside experts, ethical hackers, specialists, to basically try and break it. They paid them to attack the system, find weaknesses, and figure out how it could be misused. It's like a stress test, and it's absolutely crucial for making the AI safer and more trustworthy for everyone.
And this quote right here, it shows a really interesting and, well, responsible approach to safety. When it comes to sensitive stuff like personal advice, the goal isn't for the AI to give you the answer. It's not supposed to be the expert. Instead, it's designed to be more like a thought partner. It'll ask you questions to help you think through the problem on your own. That's a pretty big difference.
So, as we start to wrap this up, it's pretty clear that GPT-5 isn't just another app or another tool. This really feels like the start of a whole new era. With its ability to reason and act on its own, it's set to completely change how we work, how we learn, and how we create.
And that brings us to the final thought, maybe the most important one. The idea of handing off a really complex task to an AI, that's not sci-fi anymore, it's here. So I want to leave you with this question. With this kind of power at your fingertips, what's the very first thing you would ask it to do?